Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name's Chris Olmy. Today we're diving into our first FM21 save on Football Manager Beta. We are going to jump in as Barcelona. The mission here is to build a better Barca on the beta. Now for this to succeed, we've got to retain some identity that the club already has, but we need to build on that. Currently, they've got some issues in real life. They're facing a lot of different problems all over the place, from the youth setup to some of the staff in the boardroom, on the playing pitch. There's a real crisis starting to build around Barcelona. I know it's first world problems. It's not going to be a huge deal for them in the long term, especially. Probably not even in the short term. Let's face facts. Is Barcelona. They've got great players. They're always going to have some money, and they're always going to be putting themselves in the best position to make an impact on the world stage. So, with all that being said, our remit is to rebuild Barcelona, to build a better Barcelona, get the next generation through, reclaim the position as kings of La Liga, and go after those Champions Leagues. At home and abroad, Barcelona must be number one. That's all there is to it. Nothing else is going to be acceptable. Now, for that to happen, there's a few things that we need to go through. And this is what video 1 is going to be about, episode 1 in this series. A little bit of a setup. Let me show you what we've got, who's here, what my thoughts are, and then get some of your feedback, and we can go again and throughout the next few episodes really start stamping our authority on the club. So I'm not going to dive too far into it, but I want to make sure this is as good a setup video as I can have. So hey, have your say, comment section down below, smash that like button when you're there, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're going to have a great time here on the beta with Barcelona. So hey, let's jump in two things and break down what I see as my 5-step, maybe 6-step idea for this video at least. So number 1, step 1, identify what we have facility wise. Are there weaknesses? Do we have to rebuild? I think we're pretty good, but I haven't really checked. So that's step 1. Step 2 then becomes evaluate the backroom staff. Who's here? Who can be upgraded? What will put us in the very, very best position to succeed? So that's what we're going to do in step 2. Step 3, evaluate the first team. Who's too good? Who is overshadowing other people? Who's too old? Who needs a new contract? Who could be best used to bring in funds to strengthen another weaker position? Where are we too deep? All that sort of information. That's the first team evaluation. Step 4 then, we take it down the level, evaluate the prospects. Barcelona have prospects. And I'm really excited to see the new Barcelona come through, the next generation. Let's see if we can pull that together. So we need to identify what's there and then start trying to look around, identify targets to supplement that next generation. And then finally, I want to evaluate, I think step 5 is going to be the final step in today's video. I want to evaluate our competition. Let's take a look at Atletico Madrid. Let's take a look at Real Madrid, the rest of the league, and see exactly where we compare and what we can really expect. Because the board's going to give expectations. The fans are going to have expectations. But it's our expectations that are going to set our own level. So, yeah, that'll be it. It's going to be the facilities, the staff, the first team, the prospects, and then the competition. We're going to evaluate all that, put ourselves in the right frame of mind to see what needs to be done at this club. And how quickly do we think we can do it? That's episode 1, guys. That's what we're doing. So, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, we've been hired. You can see here it says, here, we're welcome to Barcelona. They've hired us. We've got a new deal. 3 years, 150 grand, replacing Ronald Koeman. Hey, that's just fine. Our reputation goes against us. Okay, that's fine. We need to win this club around. We need to win the players around. We need to win the fans around. and we'll be going in a good direction very soon, hopefully. So, Director of Football, Ramon Planes. Assistant manager is Alfred Schroeder. I don't know those at all, to be fair. New camp looks good. The facilities look good. We're going to look a little bit more into that in the future. Second, last season in La Liga. Champions League group stage. That's fine. They've won plenty of titles. So you can see here, La Liga Santander, founded 1899. And we were runners-up, of course. We got great facilities. Everything looks good. Espanyol and Real Madrid are rivals. So we can look forward to igniting some fierce rivalry games this season and in the future. And yeah, we're coming out of the greatest period of Barcelona history. We need to get back there. So let's see what we can do then. 26 times champions in Spain. 5 Champions League trophies. Unbelievable. Club World Cup 3 times. Cup Winners' Cup in 4 times. So that's great. There's a success here. You can see what's going on already. If we were to play today, this is what our staff think we should play. So, Ter Stegen in goal. Not a problem with that, really. Jordi Alba and Sergio Roberto as fullbacks, both capable. Lenglet and Piqué at the back. We got Sergio Busquets and Pjanic in midfield. Coutinho in between Griezmann on the left. Messi on the right, and Ansu Fati up top. Okay. Interesting. So, Messi's our key player and our captain. We're highly ambitious, which suits Barcelona. Pedri's our hot prospect. Lovely stuff. So, we're already getting a good overview of the club if you didn't know. Play attacking football, play possession football, high reputation players. Develop using the youth system. We're going to be taking advantage of our facilities there. And hey, 5-year plan already looks good to me, boys. Maintain the best youth system in the world. Yes. Yes. That is exactly what we're about here. I love to build through youth. I love to build teams that can dominate and stay together for a decade and win together. That's what we're trying to do. So, yes. Most reputable team in Spain. Yes. Everybody's going to have a work budget. They want us to continue to win the league. That's fine. Supercopa doesn't matter. And a Champions League semi, I think we're gifted enough to be able to do that. So, I don't see why not. We'll get ourselves all saved up. And we're going to create the new save here. There we go. We're in the hot seat. Love that. Okay. So I'm actually going to set things up here. There you go. So the worst players are at the bottom of the list now. Sorted by potential, then by ability. So all these players can probably go. These aren't going to be first team players. It's just not going to happen. We're going to have better players than them. We move up. Mark Dominic. Like, solid, maybe backup player. He could be okay. Alex Rico. Gonzalez, Alegre, decent. Pugh needs a contract. Ricky Pugh needs a contract. He could be a decent player for us. And then the other one is the legendary Barcelona figure, Lionel Messi. Yeah. There's not too much to do there, to be fair. A lot of these players won't make it. Some will be backups. We need to make some choices along the way, let's say. Yeah, everything else, I think, looks quite good. The Stegen's out for 4 months with a torn knee ligaments. Umtiti's out for 2 with the same injury. Yannick's out with pulled ankle ligaments. That, he's not out. He's got a recurring issue. That might be a problem. And Umtiti's knee ligaments are a regular occurrence as well. So we need to be careful. Those ligaments don't look good straight away. Everything else looks okay. Spanish transfer window in process. Arthur's just left it. That's going to hurt because I really do like Arthur. And at 23, I think he's a good age to bring into the team and make a focal point of the side. That's the kind of age we're going to be building. Somewhere between 18 and 24, maybe. That's the window I want to start bringing in those players and really sculpting the future of this team. Exciting stuff. That won't be a good thing. Yannick's come in, from Juventus. I don't like that deal for the same reason it's not the right kind of money for me. That is all fine. Okay, we'll do all this a bit later on. First things first. First things first. I'm going to take a look at the facilities. So, 99,354 seat stadium. That's fine. Absolutely fine. We don't need a bigger ground. We can redevelop if we need to, but that's fine for right now. Everything else looks good. Underhaul heating. Probably don't need a roof on the stadium. It doesn't rain or snow too much in Barcelona. That's not really something usually you have to deal with. Top corporate, superb training, state-of-the-art youth, excellent academy, exceptional youth recruitment. We're in a really good spot. That is about as good as you get it. I'm very, very, very happy with that, to be fair. Yeah. See if we can get our name on one of these lists and become a favoured personnel, at least, if not an icon or a legend. Exalted list of names. But as you can see, 2008 was the last time we finished in third place in the league. Followed up by a hat-trick of titles, then second, first, second. First for 2 years, second, first for 2 years, and now back down to second. So, we're going to be trying to get back up to first and keep that going as much as we can. So, step one done, facilities. Step two, it's going to be about the staff. So I'm going to take a look here. So, it looks like we got good staff. We need goalie coaching. That doesn't seem to be very good right now. In fact, let's see where we are. We are fourth in the league and third, okay, for distribution. Not the best, and that's what we strive to be. We need to be the best in the league, if not the world. So, okay, that's absolutely fine. Doesn't look like we've got an assistant, maybe. It's not showing up on the list. Manager, head of youth, performance. Those are all coaches. We do have a goalie coach, but I'm guessing he's not the best. So we'll hire a new goalie coach, get that up there. And I guess then that's the other coach we've got. There's a performance analyst. And it's kind of got 2 vacant performance analysts, but it's only got 1 slot. I don't know if that's an issue with the beta or not. It doesn't look like there is an assistant in this coaching team, which is interesting. We can hire a couple of scouts, some recruitment analysts. That is fine. And we need to get rid of a physio and a sports scientist. Okay. Then the 19s look really good. Again, a sports scientist to join. Everything else pretty good. We probably need to sack some staff. I don't know if we want to try and keep them or not. And Barcelona B again, really high. And we might want to hire some staff for us there. So all in all, I think that's a really decent setup. We do have an assistant in Alfred Schroeder. I definitely think we can get better, and I do lean quite heavily on them. So number one, we're going to ask Alfred to leave the club. We're going to get our own guy in. And we are going to build Patrick Kluivert as head of youth. I think we can get better, but maybe for now we're good. I'm going to look at the key positions. Head performance analyst. Probably can get better, but again, he's okay. The head physio. Brau is very, very good. Very happy to have him in. Antonio Gomez, head of sports science. Not a problem. And the chief scout, Alex Garcia. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can get rid of him. We can definitely get a better scout than him. Pick up Bacaro. Terrible loan manager. One of our directors is a scout, which is kind of interesting. Which means he is unsackable. And a lot of people here do have 2 jobs at the club, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I'm going to try and get everybody down to 1 job, I think. Have them concentrate in 1 area. And hopefully, like I say, fill those roles. Everything else will be good. Then the 19 assistant is pretty good. I'm okay with him. And a decent manager. I'm not too upset with that. That's okay. That's definitely okay. All right, so that's the staff. Time to look at the first team squad. Okay, so I put a couple of people down into reserve. They're out on loan, so for right now, I don't want to be looking at them as part of the first team squad. So who's here and is in the default first team squad? Let's take a look. Break it down position by position. We do have Marc-Andre ter Stegen. In fact, what I'm going to do is sort by position, ability, and potential, like that. So we should have a decent breakdown. Okay, ter Stegen, solid goalkeeper, 28. He's in his prime. He could play for the next, I don't know, 6 years without dropping off, maybe. Very capable goalkeeper. Will be missing for the start of the season. Neto is a very decent backup. He doesn't look amazing, but he's not bad either. We could probably sell him and get a young goalie in and make that transition from ter Stegen a little later on. I've got an idea what I want to do there. It's going to take some time to set up. I'll walk you through transfer plans in episode 2, so make sure you show up for that. At the back, again, Piqué's good, but he's old. You've got Umtiti, and we got Lenglet as well. Solid. Uninspiring. Like I say, I think Piqué's coming towards the end of his run. This is about the new generation, so Piqué might not be a place for him in the future. Umtiti and Lenglet are decent, but I want more there. I definitely want more there. So it's on us to go out and find that, cultivate that, bring it in from the youth team, find it elsewhere, bring in a superstar. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that. I've got a few names in mind. Again, we'll get to those in episode 2. But right now, I think we're good for season 1. But getting rid of Piqué might be one of the first things. So right now, I'd say Neto and Piqué might be easily replaceable for me in this list so far. And right back, we start with Sergi Roberto. I like Sergi a lot. I always have. I think he's a very capable defender. He's a good midfielder. There's a lot to him. And I really think we can do some good things. That being said, he is 28. And again, we could sell for big money and immediately move on to Serginho Dest, who they spent big money on. He is young. Is this the time? Is season 1 the time to make that move? Again, you could be seeing some big names leave the club within the opening 18 months of this save, and you will be seeing that. That's for sure. Now, left back Jordi Alba is very good. Junior Firpo is decent, but again, I think we can get better. I do think we can get better and younger. So, expect a change there. Again, season 1, we could be okay. But we do need to start making these moves early. Let the team come together, grow as a unit, and then dominate for years to come. That's the plan. That's the remit we are working to. With that in place, I think we've got a very, very good start in midfield. Frenkie de Jong, 23 years of age. What a player. What a player we can build around in Frenkie. Busquets, again, might be a sale. Pjanic, we might have to sell due to age, and I don't think he fits exactly how I want the team to play. Plus, I've got other players I'd rather bring into the team. That might have to be a focus. Fernandez, he's on the transfer list. He might be sold. He doesn't look amazing. But he is good backup. And if we do sell players like Busquets and Pjanic, we might keep someone like Fernandez around for a year or two to ease that transition. Make sure we got someone we can trust in-house, ready to go. Catalan, very bright prospect. I like him a lot. I'm excited to see if and how he makes it into the team. Like we said earlier, Hugh needs a contract. He's a very, very good player. We need to develop him and get him into the team. Coutinho's 28. Big wages. If we can make money there, I'll be very happy. That will open up a spot probably for Pedri. You know, I'll be very, very happy with that. And on the wings as well, you've got Trincao, we've got Dembele. You've also got Ansu Fati who can play up top. I do see him a little bit more as a winger in my sort of formation I'm thinking about playing. But you look here at the team. We look at the young players we've got and focus more on the potential than the actual ability right now. I think we're quite good. So there's enough here to build around. Up top, we miss stuff. Griezmann's decent, but again, I think that's someone we sell. The question is Lionel Messi. Do we keep? Do we sell? My plan is probably to sell. It's a rebuild of Barcelona. It's life after Lionel. It's building a better Barca. That's what it's all about. Braithwaite's probably going to go. Griezmann, Messi, Coutinho, maybe Fernandez, Pjanic, Busquets, Alba, Roberto, Piqué, Neto, and Ter Stegen. If they see out 2 seasons at the club, I'll be very surprised with all of them. 1 season, maybe. 2, I don't see it happening. Do not see it happening. So there's going to be a lot of turnover. Again, if we just went season 1, I think we've got enough. We've got a good right back, left back, centre back partnership with a goalkeeper. We've got some great midfield options. And then on the wings, we could have Coutinho, Griezmann, Messi up top. That could be our starting lineup. Or without Umtiti, you could have Lenglet, and because Ter Stegen's injured, you could put Neto in the net. That could be a very, very good team. But we want more than that. So, I'm not sure. In the B team right now, able to come up and play. Not too many, but there are some good prospects in there. So, okay. Left back. Juan Miranda, very, very decent. Nico could make it. Maybe not, but he could make it. Stranger things have happened. Probably as a backup, if nothing else. And again, it's that defensive midfield where we've got 3 good players now, but only 1 of which we're probably going to keep. So we do need options there. And again, Nico might make it. De La Fuente, very decent. Calado. Orellana. Again, Orellana is a very, very good prospect in defensive midfield. So, with him and Nico, does that make Enrique a little bit more sellable? A little bit more disposable? I don't know. I think it might do, especially when you start putting Monchu in there. And you've got Arbe. You've got Jardi, and then at the back you've got Marsa. That's decent. They're not too far away from being bench players and cup players, and maybe 2 seasons. Again, I don't think those first team players make it 2 seasons down the road. within 2 seasons, these boys should be ready to go. There's the pathway already beginning. Backups with some good options as well. Got plenty of centre-backs, a couple of left-backs, maybe a winger, an attacking midfielder, and another defensive midfielder, Oriol Busquets. So, pretty good. Then 2.5, who knows if they make it or not. Again, maybe only as backup, but that's fine. That does mean we can probably get rid of all these, including Ray Minaj, who is a decent player from past FMs. Interesting to see him. Down then the under-19s, who are the big ones we've got coming up? And here we go again. Akomac, I like. Gavi, I really like. Mariba could turn into a beast in centre midfield. We've got Todibo coming through. Almeida. Alestue, I don't know him too well. Balde at left back. Lutzi up top. Emerson and Vagu. Like, we've got full-backs. We've got centre-backs. We've got centre mids. We've got attacking mids. We've got a winger. We've got a striker. Got all these 3-star potentials as backups. The bulk of them are Spanish. That would be really nice to build a real big Spanish core. I don't think we've seen that from Barcelona in a little while. We're moving slightly away from it with some of these players. It'd be nice to move back to that Spanish core. And then, of course, there are the world superstars we could bring in. But that's our youth. That's our first team. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I see. I think we can work with it. Let's see. Yeah, we need to kill the wage budget. We got no money to really expand on the good base we've got and really develop. So we do need to sell to buy. We are Barcelona. We still need to sell to buy. We need to get that wage budget down. To be fair, though, over a quarter of that is Messi. Over a quarter of that is Messi. Right, so Messi and Coutinho, just 2 players. I think we're actually down to about 3 million a week. Like, that's a whole lot of money. So if we do commit to getting rid of Messi and rebuilding without him, it's a risk. It's a big, big, big risk. If it works out, it could be the way forward to continue dominance. We got the most we could out of Messi. Do we now make the money, use that to rebuild, and forge ahead a new path without him? I think so. I think so. But I'd like your say on that. I'd like your say on a formation for us to actually play. I'm thinking probably some form of tiki-taka. And I'm thinking maybe we stick with the 4-1-2-3 with the wide wingers. We've got players that can play there right now. We've got players that can play there in the future. We're seeing a few centre mids. Someone like Elena could really be used as the box-to-box, and Pedri as well if he is out wide. We've got Fati, we've got Dembele. I think we've got the players to play a very young team in this formation and grow for the future. So I want your ideas on what kind of tactical style, what kind of formation. I think we're just going to put this in for now. We look at it again as we move throughout the series and pre-season to get to that first real team squad we've got. And yeah, the big questions. The new signings, Yannick and Griezmann, we might keep for 12 months and then sell them. I don't know what the market's going to be like for them here. But realistically, I'm thinking Umtiti's my oldest man in this first team. I am thinking Umtiti's the oldest man. Ter Stegen for 1 year, yes. Yannick for 1 year, yes. Griezmann for 1 year, yes. I can understand keeping them about for those times. We get rid of 400,000 a week from Coutinho. Another 200, that's up to 6 now with Sergio Roberto and Martin Braithwaite. that will put another 2 and a bit on Jordi Alba and Neto. We're up to 800,000. We surpass 1 million towards 1.1 with Sergio Busquets. 1.2 for Gerard Piqué. And that doubles with Lionel Messi's 1.2 himself. Is that too much of a change for season 1? Do we keep Messi for season 1? Do we keep maybe a Piqué for season 1? We do have the option with Messi of extending his contract. We can trigger the extension clause, give him an extra year, and then sell him at the end of season 1. He looks like a god. He is a god. He's a legendary figure at Barcelona. Is it time to move on or not? Let me know, comment section down below. Get your feedback in. Let's decide what direction we're taking this club. We are building a better Barcelona. We're building a beta test Barcelona as well. So let's see what we can do. But Messi or no Messi, identify transfer targets coming up. I think there's going to be a few familiar names and a few unfamiliar perhaps to some of you. Let's figure out that tactics, figure out that strategy, who we're going to buy, who we're going to sell. Episode 2 coming soon. Be there. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care of yourself and each other. Have your say, as I said, in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. And hey, let's build this together. Peace.